Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Simeon Henderson Show, where we're giving a voice to the people. Tonight, we have our viewers in the building for the very first time. Make some noise, everybody. So, thank Kenny for having us down here for this historic day. And yes, if you're wondering, the bar is open right here at the Velvet Lounge for this epic show, and I'm going to need you to stay hydrated and in tune. So, we have to get going. We have a nice audience. We have a stellar show lined up for you. I have my man joining us, the Destined Legend, Mr. Leon Rogers. He's a stand-up comic, WGCI on-air personality. He's a mentor. He's been doing this thing for a long time. He's well known, and he's awesome at what he does. We have a few other people. My main man, the Destined Legend, Mr. Leon Rogers. Everybody. So I got Leon on the show.
It's a nice setup you got here,
man.
Bro. I mean, you know, leather couches, microphones. This is all.
Well,
crew.
I didn't want to have you on the show until I had it right.
Nah, bro, you've been doing your thing. Look, one thing I've always said, like, I feel like you got a crazy work ethic too. I seen the grind. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
From the acting, the WCIU to what you're doing now. And I just want to say I'm proud of you, bro. Like, you one of Chicago's sons that represent well. A lot of people don't see what we do behind the scenes. They only see the finished result.
Exactly.
And, you know, and this is not a diss to them, but they feel like they can do it because you make it look so easy.
Yes.
It's hard work, man.
Yes.
It's hard work.
And they don't get it, Leon. So the thing that's so cool about Leon does radio, but he does TV as well. You might see him on Windy City Live. And people don't understand, like everybody watching, everybody's here, I have a teleprompter.
Right.
You would think that it's easy, but it's not. Because you have to read that teleprompter, you have to do it like it's natural.
Right. Yeah.
You can't sit up here like, today we have Leon Rogers on the show. They're like, what are you doing? But they don't get that, Leon.
Yeah.
And let's go. I got some stuff I want to talk about, but I want to stay within the vein.
Yeah.
But let's talk about your resume. Man, look, how many pages long are your resume?
Man, you know what? I've been blessed to have a job for the past 13 years at iHeartMedia, so I haven't had a chance to retouch my resume yet, but all I can say is I've been blessed to be given a talent where I can make people laugh, and that talent has provided many other opportunities for me.
Right.
One is radio.
Right.
The other is being on TV, acting, which, once again, I got to give you and my man Eric Lane props.
Yes,
when
sir.
I seen you two guys, like, it made me want to get into acting. So, you know, even more, because I had done some stuff, but I didn't take it seriously.
Right.
But I seen how y'all put the work into it. So, I mean, where you want to start, bro?
So here we go. So let's talk about you, comedian, DJ, on-air personality, actor, mentor. Did I miss anything?
Father.
Yeah, I know, father, husband.
Yeah.
And dude, so when you talk about acting,
Part-time marijuana.
which brings me to my next question. We got a chance to do a movie together.
Yeah.
So everybody out there, we did a movie together called Heaven on 7.
Shout out to B. Cole.
Shout out to B. Cole. B. Cole's been on the show.
Yeah.
So
how was his afro when he came on the show? Was it perfect?
No. Look, he grabbed a little plant in the corner and act like he was giving it to me.
Out his afro. B. Cole. If y'all go Google B. Cole from Chicago, he has the most perfect afro you've ever seen.
Never moves.
Like a box.
Never moves.
On a box, if you get your hair done, the texturizer, it look like B. Cole afro.
So you saying he could be the Duke man?
Yes, he could. Light skin, green eyes.
Yeah. Light skinned guys, they've been winning for a long time, but we finally coming in.
Shit, man, they had to
we
let us
finally
through.
Man, it's time.
When Wesley Snipes stabbed Christopher Williams in the hand in New Jack City, that's when everything turned for the brothers.
That was the turning point. So everybody out there watch first.
Okay.
So because we know what you do in the morning, everybody's going to work. They're listening to you on the drive. You, Kendra G, Kyle Santillion, and it's so funny. I saw him in Foot Action a few weeks ago.
And in the kids section.
He was actually
about this big.
He was looking for something for his kids.
Oh, okay.
And but we did the movie Heaven on 7 together. And you guys heard him say part-time marijuana user, right?
Right.
I'll never forget. It was a great experience. But there was this one night we were filming, and there was a scene where there was supposed to be marijuana involved. Well, if you know anything about Biko, Wildcat,
Mad Brad, shout out to Brad,
and Leon and all the brothers, you know that marijuana was probably gonna be real.
That scene was authentic.
It was super authentic. So when you watch it, you say they look like they high for real.
After the fourth take, we were.
They was high for real. And I'm not a big connoisseur, so I'm sitting back watching like that looked like fun, but I wasn't in the scene.
Yeah, man.
So I didn't have to do anything.
That scene was amazing. The first 2 times we kept messing up so we could get it right, and we had to spark up a new blunt. So by the 4th, that was gold. The outtakes, it was gold.
Hey,
it was gold.
So let me ask you this. So, I mean, you have an immense amount of talent, brother. I mean, everything that I see you doing, when I listen to you talk, it was like when I got a chance to do some radio stuff and things like that, I didn't have to reinvent the wheel. Right. I listened to you continuously. I would just listen to the people I knew. And if you know me, I always ask you questions. And I'll ask questions because we don't have to try to reinvent the wheel. If we know somebody's doing it at a high level, we can glean from them. Don't try to be them, but you can glean from them and you can get the blueprint in order to build yours. Right. And what I can say about you is that you're always extending your hand, or the olive branch as we would call it in church, right? Yes. To help people. What makes you, where did you get that from?
First of all, my father, rest in peace, my father, Leon Rogers Sr., always taught me the measure of while you're here is after you leave this earth, how people talk about you. So I always had this constant fear of being looked at negatively when I check out of here, because we all got a date, a timestamp on
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And we can't worry about when that timestamp hits. So my whole thing is the whole time I'm here, I want to be as good to as many people as I can.
Right.
So at the end of the day, when they come to my funeral, they're like, hey man, Leon was a cool brother. I only knew him for 2 weeks, but he gave me some of his Doritos. Yeah. Anything.
Right.
And I think too, we as individuals have to be confident in ourselves. I talk to comedians, they ask me, how can I get on the radio? I tell them, because at the end of the day, I have a mindset that you're not going to outwork me.
That's it.
I can give you all the information in the world.
That's
how
it. You
processing and do it is not how I'm a process and do it. And if I see you're catching up, I have to reinvent myself and do something to keep that distance. It's not a diss to you. It's not a diss to anyone else. But I have a lifestyle that I like living, and I want to keep it.
But it's necessary, Leon. I think that people get so complacent and so comfortable that they start to coast, and that's when you lose it. But when you see people grinding and they're hungry, if you look back at those people and look at what they're doing, it'll push you to go to the next level, which it's supposed to do, because what's for you is for you. Yeah. Nobody can be the best Leon Rogers.
Absolutely not.
Nobody can be the best Simeon. Right. My audience, you are unique. So what you have to do is put your stamp on what you're doing. And it's like when I go to an audition, Leon, we can be auditioning for the same thing and I will still help you, because I'm going to bring something different to the table. If you get it, I'm happy for you. If I get it, I hope you're happy for me.
Absolutely.
But the thing is to uplift each other and use other people's talents to push yourself further.
Well, I always say I want to be in the bottom third of my friends that I'm in the room with, because that means I have a lot to learn. I never want to be the smartest guy in the room, because I'm not learning anything. And like you say, you get complacent when you don't have people around you that push you. So I surround myself with people who are going to challenge me, or who going to make me be like, damn, I could be doing that. So like when I DJ, I hang around Jay Illa, Boy Genius, B-Man. So I look at these dudes like God, so I want to get on their level, but they're constantly evolving. So I'm always playing catch up. And I love that, you know what I'm saying? Acting, I look at you, I look at Eric Lane, I look a bunch of Leroyce Hawkins.
Yes, Leroyce.
I always want to be around you guys so I can be like, man, I'm soaking up knowledge. Let me get to level 5. Meanwhile, you're on level 7.
Yeah.
So I got to keep going. So today, even comics, when I hear young comics write something incredible, I'm like, yo, I got to get in the lab, because these young boys and these young women are on my ass. Like, and I can't, you're my peer in comedy, but I always want to be able to look you in the eyes like, you're my peer. Go out there and do your best show.
Exactly, right.
Because when I come out within the first 10 minutes, okay, that was history. Now we're watching Leon. Right. And that's the mentality you have to have.
And it's so cool, Leon, because you know, I ended up jumping on the stage. A lot of people don't know I started off at Second City. So I remember Barbershop. You were in Barbershop, and I got to audition. My first time ever auditioning. Didn't have a resume, didn't have a headshot, and Sharon was like, "Where'd you come from?"
Man.
And she said, "Take a class." But I got to be a stand-in. Sharon King,
Much
man.
love. She gave me my first ever role, speaking role in a movie. Sharon King, man.
And what movie was that?
Barbershop.
Barbershop
too, man.
He's in the window.
Yeah.
But but the thing is, Leon, so what we do is we take that and we have to grow. When I first hit the stage, at first it was funny because people don't know I started off with the comedy and then came into the acting and just went real hard with the acting.
Which is all connected.
It is.
It's improvisation, connecting, being somebody else.
And hosting shows. You know, I've been doing that forever.
Yeah.
I got to host a show with Sandy Red, with you and Leroy's. I
Another.
got video footage of this. Hilarious.
Listen.
But being in there with you, man. But let me ask you this. You've done acting, you're an on-air personality, you're a mentor. Let me ask you this. What talent did you discover about yourself first?
The ability to control the room. Since I was 4 or 5 years old, put me in the middle somewhere with some other kids or something. Next thing you know, I had the kids doing everything I wanted to do. And my father used to say, that's your best quality, but that's also the worst. Because if you a little badass, the kids gonna follow you.
Sit your little badass.
Yeah, I was the kid in school that I get my work done. I was a good student, you know, but I keep everybody from doing their work.
Exactly.
So I got a lot of whippings in front of my classmates.
Which is the worst.
I had one of them parents, like, we lived a block away from my school. Shout out to St. Margaret, Scotland, 99th and Troop. And my father used to walk up there like all the teachers knew my dad. And that's important too. You know, now we're saying that not to get off track, but I had a father in my life. And when we families and dysfunction in the black community, it's because the dads are missing. So I thank God every day that that man for 43 years before he left this earth was my best friend. That was my road dog. So a lot of young men can't say that. So I think that's part of the reason why I'm the person I am today. Love my mom. That's the same. You know, Alfreda Rogers, I do everything. But that Leon Rogers Sr., man, like he left a thumbprint on me that I hope I spread around the world.
There's something about a father's love for a young man and a young woman that cannot be duplicated. You're not getting off topic at all, Leon, and that's what I like about the show. It's giving a voice to the people. See, we know who Leon Rogers is. We know who the on-air personality, the comedian. We want to know who you are. What makes you you? Where you come from? Where do you built from? And that's the thing that I want people to understand. Like, guys, I know I have all types of people watching. We have all types of people right here in the audience, black, white, Hispanic, and what it is, we have to learn from each other and glean from each other in order to grow and understand each other. And that's why this is so important. So let me ask you this. I gotta ask you this. It's so funny because I remember the first time I heard this when they called you the Destined Legend.
Yeah.
How did that name come to be?
2001, on tour with Cedric the Entertainer, and I always admire Ced. That's one comic nobody can ever say anything bad to me about because he put me on my first tour. It was a Miller Genuine Drive tour, and Barbershop, like after seeing me on the set of Barbershop, like, man, you funny, man, let's go on tour. And I always liked that he was Cedric the Entertainer. Like, that was just cool to me. And I was like, man, I want to think of a nickname that, you know, I'm going to use my name because I feel like no one's going to brand me better than me, but I want to have that little moniker. And I was like, hey, Ced, what do you think about Destined Legend? He's like, oh, yeah, Destined for Greatness. He said, that's dope.
Right.
And at that point in time, I'm still fresh in the game, maybe about 5 years in. That meant a lot to me.
Right.
For him to say that was dope. And it just stuck. Like, I've been saying it then. A lot of times, though, people call me the Dusty Legend because I'm on the radio. And they be like, man, you be playing the hits? It's the Dusty Legend. I be like, no. It's the Destined Legend. I'm not on V103. I'm on a hip-hop station.
You're not Herb Kent.
I'm not Herb Kent. So I had to clear that up. Like, and I still had that. Some people don't hear Destined. They hear Dusty. Or they hear what they want to hear. Or maybe they think I'm Dusty. Maybe they think,
you know your
get up and
just
put on clothes out the dirty clothes box. I don't know.
Well, I know you, and I ain't never seen you Dusty.
Nah,
you always clean.
Nah, that ain't gonna happen.
I ain't never seen. So let me ask you this. I remember, am I remembering this correct? Dude, I've known you for 20-something years.
Easy.
Didn't you have a jacket or a shirt that said the Destined Legend?
I had.
I saw it at Jokes and Notes. No, let's go all the way back. So on Wabash.
Oh, all jokes aside.
All jokes aside.
When I first started,
yes.
1996.
Dude, man, I was just out of college.
Shout out to Alpha Bailey. Shout out to Jay Boogie. They used to make us custom clothes. I always been Chicago. Always wore Chicago.
Woo.
And they made me these custom like warm-up starter jackets that had Destined Legend on the back.
I remember.
My favorite number is 7.
I remember.
Because that's my birthday, July the 7th.
Yep.
7/7/71.
Happy birthday coming up.
That's my birthday. Yes, absolutely. So I've always had that moniker. So like I said, man, and then like how you said 20 plus years, a lot of people don't know that a lot of us in this entertainment thing here in Chicago have a bond.
Yeah.
Like we all seen each other come from the dirt, from when I was hosting Cotton Club.
Man.
From when guys like Deion Cole and D. Ray Davis were just starting out. Shout out to Damon Williams who put a lot of us on in comedy.
Yeah.
George Wilborn. So it's a tight circle.
Yep.
It's a big city, but this entertainment thing is a real tight circle, and we've all crossed paths at one time or another.
And people don't get that. I'll tell you this. I'll never forget this. When I first started acting, I knew Deion, everybody, D-Ray, all of them. We did a video called No Ice.
Hilarious.
Remember that?
Hilarious.
We in the video, and Deion, of course, he's improvising, and I had on a tight shirt. Hilarious. And he was like, just in the middle, he's like, is that a muscle shirt?
Hilarious.
But it was like, the funniest thing, it was the funniest ever.
That was Fat Deion. He's sexy
and
now.
That was Fat Deion.
The Old Spice man.
Look,
he doing Instagram videos with his shirt off.
I'm baby. Like, I saw Deion, and the cool thing I'll say about Deion, I saw him in the airport.
Same brother.
See him call me, same brother. And I'm like, I see you done lost some weight. He said, I had to catch up with y'all.
Same brother.
Because Deion was chubby.
That's important. I think that's important more than anything. You know, I mean, everybody doesn't do it. You know, there's some brothers from here that, you know, I see them and they, you know, they Hollywood, but it's okay. You know what I'm saying? I still love them. But you got some of the guys, for the most part, I could say most of the people from Chicago, when you see them, male or female, genuine. Like Sandy Red, for example.
Oh yeah,
she on The Voice. She can't easily have a big head and be like, I'm out of here. Woo up the bam. I'm doing this. But Sandy is the same person every time you see her.
Same
Royce,
person.
Every time I see the same person. You, every time I see you, same person. Cats like Bulu Master, same person. DJ Ferris. These are all people, like I say, we're intertwined with. And Chicago, I'm going to say this to you all. This personally, I mean this from the heart. Start going out and supporting a lot of these artists in the grassroots stage. I cannot tell you how disheartening it is to be talented out here doing stuff and our own city don't get behind us. We're not asking y'all to make us rich. We're just asking for your support. Because now everything is about numbers. Instagram. I'll put up a post about my comedy room on Wednesday nights, right? Me and Donsky. Shout out to Donsky.
He was supposed to come. He couldn't come.
And I'll get 2,000 likes. If I could get
2,000,
a third.
That's it.
A third of those people who like to come out for $5.
Just 100 of you.
So I don't want just followers. I want fans. I want people who come out and rock with me. Right. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about likes. I could buy likes. I can go get a bot on Instagram and have 5,000-6,000.
Well, they got that little thing say boost.
Yeah, I can get all that.
Don't nobody want that.
But you'll put a post up, and I'm pretty sure you put Simeon Henderson show. It's coming on, and you'll get 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 likes. Then it's 10 people in here.
Yeah. And
let's do the math, Chicago. Like, we're not asking y'all to make us rich. We're asking you all to support us so people in other cities see like, yo, everybody in Chicago behind that cat. They gone. Cats like DC Young Fly in Atlanta, Carlos Miller, they do 85 South Show. Man, do you know when I say they throwing a show in Atlanta, they have to turn people away.
Turn them away.
We should be able to say Leon Rogers, Damon Williams, Corey Holcomb, and the Airy Crown is sold out.
It's sold out.
Because it's us. But no disrespect, we put Cat Williams on the flyer, we put Monique on the flyer. Everybody go downtown. Everybody go pay $30 the part, $60 ticket. And you know, no diss to a lot of people that come here, but they do the same material every time they come. Meanwhile, you got cats that's right here. People like Mike Sant.
Oh man,
a lot of y'all don't even know who these cats are, but they are amazing comics. Lil Rel, they're amazing. Hannibal, like there's so much talent here. But I just feel like we have to go somewhere else.
Well, I'm gonna say
to get love, and I hate that.
And I'm gonna say this, Leon, and I'm saying this to everybody sitting in the audience. I'm saying this to everybody watching. I'm gonna make to do what you just said.
Absolutely.
Because let me tell you, like you said, when I moved to California and I got into SAG and I did all these big projects and I came home, one thing that hurt me, people were like, yeah, this is Simeon from LA and Chicago. I said, no, wait a minute. I'm from Chicago. I went out to LA. Right? Everybody give it up for Chicago. Right? So I'm going to make it my business to make sure people come out on Wednesday night and make sure people support you, because if we don't do it for each other, come on, man, Tyler Perry, no disrespect to anybody, they come in town and we break our neck to go and gonna pay top dollar, and you won't come see us for $20?
No, listen,
$10.
Real talk. Mary Lindsay, who was very integral in my career and helping form who I am as a comedian. She used to be part owner of All Jokes Aside and was the sole owner of Jokes and Notes. Miss Mary. I'm one of Mary's kids. I say that all the time. And we used to talk because we're good friends. And a lot of people don't know the reason why Jokes and Notes closed, and just a heart-to-heart talk with her, she was like, our people didn't support. It's a major comedy club on the south side of Chicago.
In our neighborhood.
Right? 46 or 41 King Drive, where Renaissance is now. Shout out to Sean.
Yes.
They're doing well over there. But she was $20 to get in and a 2-drink minimum. Man. Right?
Yeah.
And you know, people used to complain. But like you said, they'll go downtown to watch Tyler Perry talk, pay $40 to get in, $30 to park, insane amount of dinner. And it's like, but I'm just saying, at the end of the day, that place could still be open. She had people like Monique down there, George Wallace, George Billboard. She had some of the top, Pierre Edwards, Steve Brown. She had some of the top comics in the country coming through that club.
Yes, sir.
For 11 years, and for it to stop because she, like, when it gets to the point where I'm dipping into my savings to pay comics, I'm done.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. But then we'll turn around and say, well, we ain't got nowhere to go. Ain't no comedy on the south side. We had it, damn it, and y'all didn't support. And like, that's the thing. Spots like this, like Kenny, like here, Velvet Lounge, Bureau Bar, Persona, all these black-owned places, and we so quick to run down. And I'm not saying, listen, I don't want people to think that I'm this militant brother, but I'm just saying, at the end of the day, we got to do for us sometime.
And it's not about being militant, Leon. It's about supporting our own. And come on, Leon. We have friends on every end of the spectrum. But they support each other and they support each other's businesses. So why can't we do that for our own?
It's frustrating.
And then when we do it, everybody on the outside looking in, they're gonna come and support too, because they support each other to no end. Let's go see what that's about. And now it becomes a global thing, and not just they just doing this on the south side. They're doing this on the west side. They're doing this on the north. No, we're doing this in Chicago together, and that's what we have to get to. Sandy Red. Everybody know who Sandy Red is?
Because you know, I don't want to put the energy in the room. And But I don't want to do that. But it's just like when I look at from everywhere. I look at everywhere from where I shop, clothing wise, where I buy my clothes. I try to do it black owned, because there's some brilliant black businesses out here, but we don't know. And the only time we get hype about us is Black History Month or somebody do something wrong in the city. Then here we go. Like, we need that same energy all around. I'm not dissing nowhere else, because don't get me wrong, I like to go to the Chop House and have a good steak.
Come on now.
But if I had a brother that had a restaurant that did the same thing, I'm gonna hit him first. But I'm gonna also expect the best out of you. Like, you can't tell me you're gonna be open at 9 and at 9:15.
I'm still outside waiting.
Yeah, because you had to drop your babies off at school. That ain't my problem. Like, it goes both ways, but it just, at the end of the day, man, it's too
say
much,
what you mean and do.
There's too much talent here in Chicago. Too many brilliant people, artists, musicians, chefs, comics. Like, the list goes on and on. Tax repair people, everything that's out here.
Right. That
for us not to be helping keeping that money flowing in our community. That's all I'm saying.
And that's what Black and Privilege is about. The show we got coming out on Netflix.
Okay.
It's about Inglewood, but it's about how the black dollar circulates through the community for about 2 weeks before it goes out of the community, and building up your own. And it's nothing bad against anybody else, but it's about building your own. So, I
don't even want to speak on Inglewood, because they trying to. Nah, I love Inglewood. I'm actually doing some with my man Fatal talking about PTSD and mental health in Inglewood. And this is what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm talking about. I'm glad you brought that up. This is a brother from Inglewood, quote unquote gangster rapper, but people just see the outside image of him. That brother do so many things in that neighborhood, and it's so against the gentrification that they trying to do over there. Like,
push
we're
them
not
out.
even peeping it. You got a Whole Foods, you got a Starbucks, like, you know what I'm saying? It's little white college girls walking their little dog at 10 o'clock at night over there.
In Inglewood.
They about to build a police training facility over there.
Yep.
It's like, yo, you don't see this happening? So your great-grandmother who's had a house over there for years, and they're going to tell her, you know, they're going to price her out that crib, and then they're going to sell it and build $1 million condos and stuff.
And not give her what it's worth.
And this is what I'm talking about. People over there that understand that and help keep that neighborhood intact with our dollar. I mean, you might not stop it, but you can sure as hell slow it down a whole lot. Because right now it's moving full speed.
Yes, sir. And Leon, man, give it up for Leon one more time, everybody. So this is Leon. So I know you gotta go, man. I'm not gonna hold you all night, and I'm gonna ask you a few more questions. And I appreciate you, brother. And this is one of those shows that people are going to watch because we're giving them some knowledge. When you get these nuggets, you have to take them and you have to run with them and you have to appreciate them, right? And I want you to, any words of advice for trying to break into the entertainment industry?
So when I go talk to students at schools, whether it be a college or whether I'm just one of my friends a teacher and they come talk, I always do the 5 P's. Like, so people had their P's before, but I put a spin on them my way. And the first P is passion. You gotta have a passion for something. You know what I'm saying? Don't fool yourself. I always tell my daughters, don't tell me what you think I want to hear.
Right.
It's really tell me what is it that you want to do. And if there's a way we can make that happen and you're serious about it, we're gonna make that happen. My oldest daughter, she's into video games. That's all she does. But now she's 19 years old. She goes to Columbia for video game concept and design. So I didn't even know that was a damn class, bro.
Mega bump.
But once she got into it, and I started seeing how dope she was, I was like, yo. But she has a passion for it, so you have to have a passion. After that, you have to take pride in that passion.
Right.
So if you're a DJ, your equipment always has to be up to date. It has to be clean. If you play an instrument, your instrument tip-top shape. If you're a vocalist, you're taking care of your voice because that's your passion. So you take pride in it. If you're a person, a stylist, I should never see you bummy. Right. If you're a barber, your hair should be on point. If you're a stylist, because when I look, why would I want you doing my hair and your hair ain't done?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so you have to take a passion in your pride. After that, you have to be persistent, perseverance, or persistence, because you're going to hear no many more times before you hear yes. I've been doing this entertainment thing now for 23 years, and you have been doing it a long time too, and we still hear no. Will Smith still hears no. Denzel Washington still hears no. Don't get it twisted. Don't think because the people get to a level, they don't get told no.
Right.
So you have to be persistent and persevere. After you do those first 3, then the one that the P that everybody likes come. Profit. You're gonna get your money. You do all 4 of them, the bread gonna come. That's automatic. You ain't gonna even have to look for it. It's gonna hit. If you got your blinders on doing what you're supposed to do. And then the last P, which I'll say this and stop boring everybody. The last P is philanthropy. It is your duty.
Yes.
It is your duty to come, and it ain't gotta be money all the time. It's just time. I cannot tell you how many times me and Cal have been to a school, or Kendra, and the kids be like, wow, I can't believe you're in here on the south side talking to us at Scott Joplin Elementary, at Beasley, at St. Margaret. I can't believe you run a food pantry over here, Mr. Rogers. Why? I used to live right down the goddamn street.
And they don't know that.
Like, if I had millions of dollars, I'd buy my own apartment building and renovate it. So, like, this is what we got to get our babies to understand, that guys like me and you and guys like Derrick Rose, that's why I love that kid so much. That's why I love Chance so much. They're still accessible. Because a lot of times it ain't about money. You could throw $100,000 to a school, whatever. But that ain't affecting the kid, because a lot of times that money don't even get down to them. Let's just be honest. You could throw $1 million to a school. A lot of times some kids don't even see that money. That money get absorbed up so many ways before it gets to the root. But when I come in and I sit and talk with little Jimmy and Tanya, and I say, hey, you know, I didn't go to college. I want you to go to college, but in this day and era, you can make it.
Without.
You can make money as long as you have something that you take pride in and you have a passion for. You can be great. So what is that? And then they see you and be like, man, you ain't go to college? Like, nah, man, I'm done.
Yeah.
But I'm smart enough to know that if I got to hustle, use it to the best of your ability. And I just think we need to get back to that, man. Just letting kids see us, letting them reach out and touch us. You know what I'm saying? And the people out there that want people to come to their schools, take advantage of it. You know, I want to come to school. And then be professional with it. Don't be like, yeah, I want you to come to my school. Then you call me an hour. Hey, can you come today? No. You have to plan. I have a life too. But at the end of the day, I'll never tell anybody that I'm not gonna come to your school because nobody ever came to our school.
You have to make people respect your time. If you look at my Instagram, you look at my Facebook, you always see me speaking at a graduation. You see me with a group of kids, and the thing, and like you said, Leon, they're like this because you showed up. And then when they hear that I grew up in a village on the west side of Chicago,
that's crazy.
I can count 5 times where I should have been dead, in jail, or selling drugs, doing something. But because of my mama and my grandmama and my uncles and my mentors, I'm still here. And that's what people got to see. I love the P's, man. I got the ABCs of life.
No doubt.
Life is simple as ABC, your attitude, your behavior, and your character. Those 3 things define you.
That's it.
But when you take what you have, I take what I have, and you take what you have, and you give it, that knowledge you have in you, that's how you grow.
And I'll say this. No matter what, it doesn't have to be superstars. You know what I'm saying?
No.
When I grew up, I'll never forget. There was this dude named Winton that lived in my apartment building, man. For the longest, I thought he was a dope dealer. I swear to God, because he always had a slick car. He always had bad females falling through his crib. Man, the man worked at the post office, man. Had been there forever. But I thought he was the coolest dude in the world next to my father.
Right.
My father was the man, but I was like, hey, when I grow up, I'm going to be like Winton. He'd be happy. And when he told me, he's like, man, I work at the post office, man. I don't do that. I don't mess with no drugs, nothing, little bro. I work at the post office. When you get 18, you got to get you a job. And I'm like, man,
which is a good job.
I'm sitting up here tweaking like the post office dude getting it like this. But he was single. You know what I'm saying? And like, no matter what type of job you do, if you're doing well for yourself, just let our baby see the positive side of what you do. Like for instance, Landis. I've known Landis forever. You know what I'm saying? Makeup artist. You know what I'm saying? I hear young guys, they do something. Man, he do hair, he do makeup. I say, man, listen, let me tell you something. Get off that. Let me tell you something.
All right, don't do it. Don't do it.
Touching women's faces every day. He looking them in their eyes, making them beautiful every day. I say, play with it if you want to. Let me learn how to put a number 5 concealer on somebody's face. I'll be right in there too. Yeah.
Leon,
let me throw a little 7 on you. Get out my chair, girl. Get out my chair.
Let me tell you this. Landis did my first headshot.
Man.
He did my makeup for my first headshots 20 years ago.
Man,
and still, the makeup I put on for the show is Landis Cosmetics.
Listen, man.
Okay?
Listen to what you just said. Landis Cosmetics.
Landis taught me, he said, Simeon, I can't be at everything. He's done like 4 movies I've been in. He said, I can't be at everything, but I'm going to make sure you straight. He showed me, he has his own cosmetics, never breaks me out, always have me, and I don't have to use a lot. He showed me how to put it on.
Yeah.
What order, he wrote everything down in order, so I know how to do it just like it was him doing it.
Listen.
And this is how I knew. I told Landis this story. They used to always tell me that if a man was a hairstylist or he did makeup, my dad was a hairstylist. I tell Landis this. He did all white women, Asian women, worked at Sea Lines downtown on State Street, making bank. So stop judging books by
you got her in the shampoo bowl, scrubbing her hair. She like, you like that? All right. Yeah. I know you been in here 30 minutes. You good? Oh, and another thing too. Stop cheapening each other's brands and products.
Yes.
What I mean by this is, if I call Simeon to do something, if I say, Simeon, I got a sketch I want you to be in, I got a budget. If I'm either gonna do one or two things. I'm going to ask Simeon what he want, or I'm going to tell him what I got.
Exactly.
And I'm going to give him the option to say, well, Leon, you know, I don't do it for $250. And I'm not going to be mad at him. We got to get out of this, that just because I'm your homie and we're in this same environment like this is not my profession.
Yeah.
I do this for a living. You have people that call me and say, hey, Leon, we would like you to DJ this event. The event is from 9 o'clock in the morning till 1:30 in the next morning, and we have $150. I said, she want me to DJ the whole time. Oh yeah, you got to bring your equipment
with no
too.
food.
With $150. Then when you say no, man, the next thing you know, they on Instagram. Man, brothers out here acting brand new. They don't want to help. No, they don't want to help. I got a daughter in college, one going to high school, and a 7-year-old I'm trying to keep off the stripper pole. I need all my cash. And at the end of the day, you never know. Landis might say, hey, Leon, can you come do this party for me? And then he'd be like, man, I got $500. I might be feeling good today. Now, I'm more worried about this, man. We finna rock. It's your birthday. We finna hang out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or I might call Landis to do some makeup. He'd be like, Leon, what you doing this for? Well, man, I got an audition for Fox TV. Man, don't worry about it. I'm hook you up, look nice. Just let everybody know that I did your makeup. There's a brother by the name of Eric Knowles. Eric Knowles. He owns GQ Gentleman right on 71st and State Street. All my young brothers out there, you need dress clothes. I mean, the brother's fly. He stay fly.
71st?
71st, right where the candy, all that, right?
Well,
State.
All y'all that own the candy houses, the snowball stand.
Where they used to get their candy, the wholesale. It's right down the street. Man, the brother and his father are such good people, man. So I started shopping with him maybe about 2 years ago before he opened his space. And I've been shopping with him so long. So like last week was real hectic. I had to do the UNICEF gala. I got a Jack and Jill event coming up, and I was just overwhelmed. He said, Leon, don't worry about it. I'm going to put you in whatever you want. You know all what I need you to do.
Right.
Everywhere I'm at, man, Instagram posts, whatever, I show him love. But I still throw him bread because that's his business.
Right.
We got to stop because you do hair and you've been my girl for 13 years. I just automatically assume you're going to do it for free. Or you're an excellent photographer and now I'm doing something. Oh, this is my guy. He's going to take care of me. Get out of that, man.
But wait a minute.
These are people's jobs.
You want it for free. You want me to do it for free. But if I don't do it for free, you're gonna go pay. But you're gonna go pay somebody else.
Absolutely.
Top dollar.
Absolutely.
Do it, which is not. That's just not true.
Absolutely.
Well, let me move, man, because me and Leon could be here all night. This is a great show. You guys enjoying the show? Yeah. You guys enjoying the show? Yeah. All right. So